Hello, hello, my lovely, lovely Guardians. We're gonna be going Rammus in the jungle. Gonna be taking some Hunter Talisman, refillable potion, and a totem. Head out in the lane. We're gonna be taking our W. We're gonna be maxing it first. Second, we're gonna be maxing our taunt next, and lastly, our Powerball. Because, you know, the lottery, you don't have that great a chance. So Powerball comes last. One of the reasons why I picked Rammus is because of the Yi. Should be able to isolate him. What the? I've seen in the past where Yis will actually be really aggressive in the start. So I'm going to I'm gonna ward for him. And what taunt does to minions is it reduces their armor. So that's why it's good to use it on them. I used to think it did nothing to minions, because it's like, well, a minion is going to attack you regardless. So it's like, why do I need to be concerned with that? I'm going to smite that for some speedy clear. Alright, I'm gonna actually go back. And get that lovely item. I'm gonna be able to afford a vision ward. I'm gonna zip out into lane. And there's Yi. You gotta love that egg spell, or egg passive. Alright, so we're gonna throw a ward over. Gonna throw a ward over there. Gonna zip over to red. Alright, so 430. Alright. Alright, so Lucian's just gonna get free damage off on me. Alright, Lucian's gonna continue his free damage on me. Alright, I'm gonna head back. Get my lovely item. I'm gonna get another Vision Ward because they're going to get rid of it when they have the chance. The Lucian has an advantage. At the moment. But because Yi is dead, we're actually going to bump into that and cancel our speed boost. Gonna throw those wards over there. Looks like she's doing okay. We should have vision on wherever the Yi will come out of. And that is quite helpful. I definitely don't want to be like way over there. See, there's Yi. And he's gonna be wasting his time. I'm kind of concerned about my my blue at the moment. He didn't get my blue. I should be able to give it to Anivia. All right. Nivea should be nice and happy about that. I think I want the buff there. Thank you very much, sir. So Yi is going to be somewhere around there. Oh, looks like they got rid of my ward. Kog'Maw should get stronger as the game goes on, but so will Yi. so 510. I should be able to finish this route. With the Krugs. I believe that's what they're called. I'm gonna head on out. Alright, so let's see. Cinder Hulk. I'm gonna grab another Vision Ward. That was a perfect time for Yi. Okay. Adios, buddy. Who's got the turret now, buddy? That's right. First turret down. Beating the Yi to the turret game. Alright, so we're gonna smite that. Drink a health pot, because that's what we gotta do. Ooh, do 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 do. Zip on back through the lane. Okay. I'm gonna go to the other side. Okay, Nivea should be able to handle that. Alright, awesome. I'm gonna try to help Nivea. See if I can get some action happening. Looks like they're gonna do dragon. And drink a pot. Come on. There we go. Nice try. So if Morgana binded me there, I would have been in a bind. Alright, what's all this hubbub down here? Oh, there's not really anything going on. I don't want to protect my Nivea here. Here we go. Right, time to go stop the Cho'Gath. So we're going to be looking for a Thornmail next. And boots? Moby boots? Looks like Akali is meeting her match up there. There we go. She tried her best, but she came up short. Alright, there's the Yi. Mr. Yi, I would like to talk to you. Mr. Yi, I would like to talk to you. Oh. That's a shame. Oh, we got Mr. Yi list. Or Master Yi. But yeah, the Lucian. Let's see. Well, he doesn't really have too much damage. He really doesn't. Alright, gonna be able to get that item. Run out into lane. And when you get your Farsight totems, it's good just to Alrighty. Alright, I'll go get that. Let's see how well they do without me.
Double kill.
Hey. Doesn't look like they're doing too bad at all.
Triple kill.
Hey. Looks like they're doing pretty darn good. Oh, is the Quadra coming out? No, I guess not. game took quite a dive for the other team. Nobody saw that. Oh, I got it before you, buddy. Does it hurt? Really? Wow. The Cho'Gath really wanted to take that away from the E. Alright, so now we get some more Dead Man. We're gonna get Dead Man's Plate. Awesome item. Oh wow, the Akali is just cleaning up. Nice. Alright, I should be able to get there within a modest amount of time. Zoom on out. I'm not really interested in chasing her. Come on, she's going all the way back. Hey, it's a lone Lucian.
An ally has been slain.
And our lone Kog'Maw. Looks like they snuck. Alright, so we're going to... Oh. Alright, so we have 800. We tried to get... Alright. Yi was gonna get dealt with pretty severely for that one. Do. So Rammus is a pretty strong counter to Yi. Pretty strong. Morgana doesn't even have that much damage. But she still does a decent amount of damage. Alright, so we're gonna sell that, and we're gonna get the next item being a Randuin's Omen for the Lucian. Because really, I don't feel like I need that much in terms of AP. Yeah. They kill Morgana, and that's adios. Hello. What you guys doing? There we go. Wow, is that game? That is game.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
Woo! The double explosion. Oh, my head. Oh, I just had a double explosion in my head. All right, so you pretty much standard Thornmail for your Rammus. They do so much damage to themselves. Yi does so many quick attacks that, well, actually, say to Devour, he didn't go Blade of the Rune King. That's kind of surprising, because if you don't go Blade of the Rune King, you're attacking so much, you don't survive very well. It looks like he was going for, the AP item. Oh, Rage Blade! Now, I think Master Yi does better with Blade of the Rune King because you do survive, right? Longer? Am I wrong on this one with Blade of the Rune King? But, yeah, so go for that Thornmail. In my case, I went for a Dead Man's Plate for some extra speed. There wasn't, it could have came in handy and I didn't really notice it. Like getting out of a jam or something like that, it would add a little bit of momentum, but not full momentum. But I felt like their Morgana's not going to do too much to me, and I did get damaged a bit by the Morgana at times. But it's really the binds that really get me, and then everybody else's damage piling on top. So I feel like going mostly armor, and then lastly Randuin's Omen to deal with the critical strikes. And maybe even Randuin's Omen could have come first instead of the Dead Man's Plate to handle the critical strikes earlier with Yi, now that I kind of noticed that he has no Blade of the Rune King. Instead, he's gone Static Shift, but he doesn't do too much critical strike, so. A Kog'Maw, he went classic Kog'Maw, where you get Bilgewater, and then you get Rage Blade, and you just attack. You attack crazy. You attack so fast. And Bilgewater for any tankiness and some sustain. He didn't do too well in lane, but as you saw when we got going, we just took care of him. My goodness. All right, the Leona, I felt she was on point. She's got good items. There's nothing really to do with magic resistance, MR, and because Morgana can cause a little damage, but she wasn't going. She's going more of support. The Mikhail's Crucible gets rid of binds on another. Well, I think you can get rid of a bind on yourself too. But that's usually a support item for the Lucian. So she has really no damage. And she even has a little MR herself. I guess that's for Akali. Akali was cleaning up. Oh my goodness. It looks like she went AD Akali. What is this? Alright, so yeah, good build on Leona, concentrating on health and armor. Anivia, you got survivability with the health plus items. So that's pretty awesome. That probably helped her a lot with survivability because you have to kill the egg form after you kill her form. And she's even got more survivability right there. So that's interesting. I wonder how well this build does with Haunting Geist building into I think it's Leandry's and getting a Rod of Ages. I think I've seen Rod of Ages fairly common on Nivea's and Seraph's Embrace. Seraph's Embrace I haven't seen on too many Nivea's, but it makes sense to negate some of that damage. So when you lose all your health, you're like, okay, so I still have egg form and stronger chance for survivability. And yes. And the Akali just cleaning up with, like, I guess it's AD Akali. That's what's going on here. That's interesting. But the Cho'Gath, I thought he was doing better than this, but it looks like he got pounced on kind of hard. It looks like you boots of the city to knock people up. Rylai's Crystal Scepter to slow people down. Now my thing with Cho'Gath and Rylai's Crystal Scepter, I find that you don't attack that fast. But maybe that's not an issue with Cho'Gath. I feel like, but yeah, he's building his Cho'Gath to a little on the tanky side and a little utility so he can knock people up, but he doesn't have that strong a damage. The Lucian had, all offense, as many Lucians go, and he had Boots of Lucidity for cooldown of his ultimate and his abilities, and I've seen that, and I think it works well. And Giant Slayer that would turn into a Lord Dominic's Regard. And as far as items go, I think he's the farthest ahead. So you could say that he's the most fed. And in one of those fights later on when Akali was just cleaning up, I think that was one of the tipping points. I think the first tipping point was that first battle. And I'm kind of thinking of another game at the moment where I was playing a Jungle Mundo. And then there was a part in that where things just swung entirely in our favor. But so I'll review it and see. Oh, that's the fight that swung it to the other side. I talked about Yi. I think he would have been better off with a Blade of the Rune King, but maybe not, because you get less movement speed, but more survivability, but you're still just as... Yeah, so I think Blade of the Rune King would have given more survivability, and he would have been able to chop through me and Leona, 2 tanks, lots of health. So, the Morgana, or he could have just concentrated on waves or something with his Static Shiv. Morgana, Utility Morgana. Utility Morgana is absolutely cool. I usually go damage heavy Morgana, but it does help to be ahead when you go damage Morgana. So utility, in this case, strategically is better. And given that she actually had 5 kills as a support, Ain't too shabby for utility, Morgana. Alright, so, and then finally the Ilioi. 4 deaths, no kills. That's rough. It looks like she has no defenses. She's got health, but she couldn't out-sustain Akali, apparently. Akali already has the Spirit Visage, which increases... The passive is insane. It increases healing so much. It's like, with Ilioi, you also need this item to increase healing. You need, like... Ilioi is much like Nasus, where when you get those few specific items, and then not only that, if you get like a full build, you're practically unstoppable. But she got Black Cleaver. Now, it's a good damage item, but I wonder if that's to deal with this Sunfire Cape. This is definitely an abnormal build, and it might have been hard to figure out how to deal with the Akali. The Akali was clearly, like, she knew what she was doing. Not only did she know what she was doing, but she was able to go beyond sort of like the normal build path. And Ilioi just trying to keep up, I think, with like a normal build. Some players, they're so attuned to their own champions that they can build differently, and it critique their style to what the player doesn't expect and whatnot. Yep, alright, so that is interesting. That is an interesting Akali build and a slightly interesting Anivia build. So this is ArchAcadia, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I hope you maybe learned something. Alright, I will see you guys later.